Shannon.
Maryam.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Social media?
I see.
Yeah.
You look so familiar.
You get 2 tries.
No.
If she gets it wrong, I get free kombucha.
Do you have a sister?
Yeah.
Can I guess the name?
Sure.
Is it Iceland?
No.
No.
Oh, no.
You look so much like her.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so I was wrong.
no worries.
So your name was
Shannon.
Shannon.
Yeah, my sister is Sarah.
Sarah.
Mm.
Which school did she go to?
She went to Lodge.
Was it international?
Mm-mm.
Or
Were you teaching there?
no, I went there.
Huh?
Yes.
For reals?
Yes.
Cool.
And you went to Lodge National,
I went to
right?
National, yeah.
Ah. When did you graduate?
2012?
2012.
Yeah. You?
I think it was 2016 or 2017. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, shall we read the prompt?
Sure.
Okay.
Prompt number 1.
Ooh. Oh, we've just answered it.
yeah.
Okay. Shall we move on to number 2?
You go for it.
Okay, I'll go for it. Interesting. Should we read it together?
Okay.
Is life short?
No. You?
I think it's a really complicated answer for me. I guess it depends, right? For each person. Obviously, like, we have no idea how long our life is gonna be.
Okay.
I think that's what I like about life.
Okay. I think life is short when people feel like they have something to lose. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this before the sale runs out. Oh my gosh, I gotta get hitched before my ovaries shrink up. Stuff like that. Yeah. But in the grand scheme of things, no. Not to me.
Wow. That's so interesting. Okay, you pick the next one.
Okay. Mel, I love you, but you know I love chaos, so I don't want the red ones. Later I cry. Let's go with 5. Oh, it's the kindest thing someone ever did for you.
Should I answer first?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Wow, I think there's like so many, I can't choose one.
Okay. So, your favorite?
My favorite. I can't remember anything specific from that. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe this.
Thanks, Mel.
No problem. Here's your ginger and lemon kombucha and the raw jasmine kombucha. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. No, that was kind. I think, like, let's say like I'm having a really bad day and someone like notices it.
Okay.
Sometimes we're so like hard on ourselves, you know? And I really like those moments when like someone notices like, oh, you look so tired. Are you okay? Even though like you're pretending not to feel okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any
That's
more?
my answer. Maybe your answer will jog my memory a little bit.
Oh, it's the kindest thing someone ever did for me. Gave me the benefit of the doubt. I'm not the easiest character. I know that. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So I like it when people just, oh, it's okay. I think the kindest thing somebody could do to somebody else is to really just take a step back and understand. Even if you don't understand, like, completely, like, let's say we're completely different, right? Oh, I don't get why you would eat the dehydrated lemon and you would say whatever, and it just kind of, oh, okay. You know, yeah. Because I think when people are at their lowest, that's what they need.
Yeah.
Yeah, just somebody to, oh, she must have a bad day.
Yeah.
Kind of literally the same thing.
Exactly. And it's so funny, like, I feel like this question is really hard to answer because I feel like we always remember the worst thing someone's done to us.
Yeah.
But we often forget a lot of the nice things that people do. It's just some bias we have in our brains, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we should ask ourselves these questions more often, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good question. What was your upbringing like growing up? Ooh. Let's get into it.
Fun. Loving. Safe. High pressure. Strict. Complete. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Wow. So your family was very loving.
My family's kind of weird. So I'm Chinese.
Yeah.
I went to Chinese school, then I went to lodge, then I went to English school, then I met my friend Mel and the rest of them. So it was interesting going in as like a Rusa Masuk Kampung kind of thing. Yeah, because things are very different in Chinese school. And then going into an English private school, you meet new friends, the way they talk, they'll tease you, and you're just like, how am I different? You know? So, but I think my parents, they did what they could, and they tried to make the best decisions for us. But that did not mean that they eased the pedal. So it was always work hard, do your best, don't flake. We are a proud family. You know, the Pride family? That's my family. But mine's yellow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're the proud family. So I think growing up, my mom drilled a strong work ethic into all of us. But she was also very like, no nonsense. So over the years, I see the difference. Yeah. I used to always associate myself with Mulan.
Really?
Yeah, I freaking love it. I might just get the tattoos here, you know,
Oh my
the ones
God.
that she wrote for the matchmaker when she was cheating.
I love Mulan, by the way.
I
One of my
freaking love
favorite Disney
Mulan.
movies.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
And by the way, like, my first impression of you when I came was like, you give out a very like tough and strong energy. like a warrior princess.
Oh my goodness.
Literally. So Mulan like suits that perfectly.
Gotta get a bun somewhere.
That's all you're missing.
Okay, cool. You?
So my upbringing, my dad is Hungarian, my mom is local. So yeah, I think I kind of got the best of both worlds in a way that I grew up with two different cultures, which was quite interesting for me.
What's something about myself that I wish people knew? I wish people would know that I'm trying my best. And that's all. Yeah, I sound like a pressure cooker, but it's true. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, that's all. Obviously, it is something that comes from me and a lot of things that, you know, we are, like, you're a few years younger than me, so we grew up with the iPhone, right? But we didn't like grow up with it, so we're still okay. The body dysmorphia, the mental health, all that, we're still okay. But I think being in Kuching, don't get me wrong, I love Kuching. I would almost get it tattooed, but no. That's how much I love it. Like a small little one somewhere. But because of how small circles are, yeah, sometimes things get around. And I don't particularly enjoy gossip. I'm okay if you were there, or if it's like your brother or your cousin or somebody that you like freaking love, that you want to talk about it, sure. But I think growing up with our parents' generation, the people that we grew up with, there are only a few things people talk about at coffee shops, right? But You went to lodge, I went to lodge. You know people, I know people. We go out for drinks, whatever. Boom. Next weekend, my auntie knows about it. Your grandma's asking you about it.
Tell me about it.
You know?
Oh my gosh.
I have had loved ones and myself. We have been the topic of slander and gossip before. And when you're older, right, that means like a court case, or that means a whatever. You know, there are literally repercussions. But when we're younger, we just fight about it, or we like get drunk and scream at each other. You know, that kind of thing. I love kuching for how genuine people are. But I think that part is not something I enjoy.
Wow.
So I try not to be a batu api.
Thanks for sharing. It's a lot.
Yeah, sorry. That is a lot.
I've never thought about this because I feel like whatever people see is what they really know. But obviously, like, I don't like it when people make assumptions about people, you know?
Yep.
And now that you've mentioned, like, about gossip, it just got me thinking, like, that was also the other thing that I really didn't like in school around that, like, community. But I'm glad that, like, my high school life used to be like that, and there used to be so much gossip, which was annoying, but I'm glad, like, I found people who don't do that kind of stuff, which was great. And then I left for 2 years. And then when I came back and I kind of made new friends, I really realized that it was more the company I was surrounding myself with.
I mean, we're not perfect, right? Let's be real. We have been gossipers
everyone
before.
Gossips.
Yeah, we gossip all the time. You know, our girl group chats, we go, woo! Oh my gosh, I'm seeing this new person.
Yeah, and I think there's nothing wrong with gossip. I think it's how we, like, warn one another about another person. Like, is this person bad? Is this person good? But the only issue with gossip is that if it's really false information, you know? But that's the thing about gossip. I feel it can be lost in translation. You ever heard something about yourself and you're like, oh wow, really? I did that?
Yeah, it's fun.
And you're like, oh, interesting. I didn't know that too. Tell me more. But yeah, like, I feel like, I think it's like same answer with you. I wish people know that I'm doing my best and I'm, like, trying to be as kind to everyone as possible. You know,
Is kindness overrated?
No. I think it's always good to be kind.
What about at the expense of yourself?
Oh, that no. I think, obviously it depends what the person did, but if they stepped over your boundaries or disrespected you, then you have the right to be maybe a little bit unkind, depending on the situation. Yeah. But good question. What do you think?
I do believe that everyone is generally quite good at the bottom of it all.
I agree.
Most people in kuching are quite altruistic. They, you know, would lend you an umbrella. They would not park in the handicap.
Yeah.
They would, you know, share like extra cake from the next table because I know your mom from where. Here you go. You know, quite literally. I don't know how I would define kindness, but I think it would be appropriate to say something that you didn't have to do. There was no need for you to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wanted to anyway. Are you kind to yourself? Why or why not? Sometimes. I would like to believe so. Yeah. Okay, so a bit of background story. Me and Mel and Jeanette, the co-founders of Kin, we go way back. We actually went to high school together. And it's been a journey. It's actually really nice to come home to Kuching and grow up with your old friends. Like, again, a lot of my close friends, a lot of my like bestest friends are back here. And we get to hang out and spend big girl money and spend big boy money and do what we want. But it always feels like home. You know? Some friends you don't need to talk to at all.
Yeah.
And there is that mutual understanding and comfort, you know?
Yeah.
So I think I was talking to somebody the other day, and I think she asked me like, "Oh, are you a giver or a taker?" And I saw, "Oh, what a loaded question." I said, "What do you mean? It's like, is it like, do you give or do you take or neither?" And I actually like kind of paused and thought about it. So you're Malay Hungarian, right? So that makes you mix like watai, mixed blood. I'm Chinese. And I think that in our culture, it is very normal for us to give because we are more of a unit than an individual, right?
Yeah.
Like how you say, like you grew up with mom and dad, and then there's your grandma, and then there are your grandparents back in Hungary, or whatever. But when you grow up with a certain mindset and with a lot of values drilled into you, like work hard, study hard, be good, listen, don't cry, don't throw a fuss, stand in that corner. You want to talk about it? Are you ready to talk about it now? This is all my mother. This is all, my mom's a teacher, okay? This is all her.
Wow.
So yeah, so I think the way we were raised, we're not quite expected to put ourselves first.
Yeah.
You do for the benefit of everybody.
Wow.
You work hard so that somebody can take a break. And there's that mutual, like I cover you and you cover me, right?
Wow.
But growing up, we all went abroad and we came home. And there is that inevitable re-assimilation back to Kuching, back to home. In conclusion, I am kind to myself more nowadays. I want to understand that at whatever point I was at, I didn't know better.
Yeah.
And that should be enough. Are you kind to yourself?
I'd like to be more.
Okay.
I tend to default in blaming myself.
Okay.
In like a lot of situations that happen to me. Like I would always blame myself, which I think is not really good and I should stop that. But if you don't know, I'm a yoga teacher, and yoga, as many people think, is like postures, but actually yoga is more than postures. It's a lifestyle, and we have some principles, and one of them being non-violence.
Okay.
And the non-violence obviously includes to other people and animals, but actually to yourself first. And when I was doing my yoga studies and I was hearing the lecture on this, and it really kind of hit me because I was like trying my best to be kind to like everybody else. But then I think the most important, at least, it's yourself, because when you're truly kind to yourself, then you can be really kind to others. Because obviously there's this superficial level of kindness.
Courtesy.
Which I think maybe giving someone something or something. But I think there's also like another level of kindness where you can achieve only if you're kind to yourself. Because often the expectations you have of yourself, you put them on others too.
Okay.
You can see it easily with parents. Like growing up, they expect themselves to have good grades, expect themselves to clean up after themselves or whatever. And when they don't see their child doing that, they will get very angry. And I don't want to turn into that. I want to be like understanding and seeing, okay, maybe this person didn't do this because they had a bad day. And then
that's so cute.
I try to do that to myself, which I am working on a lot. But I think I am kinder to myself lately, so that's good.
Okay.
So, if we were to never meet again, what is one thing you'd like to say to me?
Okay.
Let us write it down.
Okay.
Okay. Done. So shall we read it or shall we just keep it to ourselves?
So, Maryam said, boop, 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 boop.
Let's just say she said something really cute. And I love it.
In the kin world, we are served by nice, handsome men as we talk on the weekends.